welcome and how lovely to see you. I've come here to talk to you about theater and why we all leave our homes to come see it, assuming we have. But you have left your homes, and you're here, so welcome. Now, I have written down some comments about theater for you if I can just find them. Isn't it refreshing to see someone with a purse? Well, I can't find my notes, so I'll have to make my comments from memory. Drama. Let's begin with etymology, shall we? Etymology, which is the history of the word. The word drama comes from the Greek word dran, which means to do, and which connects with the English word drain, meaning to exhaust one totally. And the modern pharmaceutical sedating tablet Dramamine, which is the trade name of a drug used to relieve air sickness and seasickness and a general sense of nausea. Or nausea, as Jean-Paul Sartre might say. Perhaps over a cup of espresso at a Paris bistro. Now, I love Paris in the spring. Or would if I'd ever been there. But Mr. Sorken and I haven't done much traveling. Maybe after he dies, I'll go somewhere. We go to the drama, seeking the metaphorical Dramamine that will cure us of our nausea of life. Of course, sometimes we become nauseated by the drama itself, and then we are sorry we went, especially if it uses the F word and lasts over 4 hours. I don't mind a leisurely play, but by 10:30 I want to leave the theater and go to sleep. Frequently I prefer Dramamine to drama, and only wish someone would renew my prescription for Seconal. Secondly, we have the word theater, which is derived from the Greek word theastai, which means to view. And nowadays we have the word rheostat, a device by which we can dim the lights in one's house slowly rather than snapping them off with a simple switch. And thirdly, we have the Greek god Dionysus, the last syllable of which is spelled S-U-S in English, but S-O-S in Greek, the letters which in Morse code spell help. Dionysus is the god of wine and revelry, and also the father of modern drama as we know it. The Greeks went to the theater in the open air, just like the late and wonderful Joseph Papp used to make us see Shakespeare. Shakespeare's language is terribly difficult to understand for us of the modern age, but how much easier it is when there's a cool breeze and it's for free. If it's hot and I pay, well then I don't much like Shakespeare. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. He's a brilliant writer, and I look forward to seeing all 750 of his plays. Although perhaps not in this lifetime. But back to the Greeks. They went to the open-air theater, expecting the drama they saw to evoke terror and pity. Nowadays, we have enough terror and pity in our own lives, and so rather than going to the theater looking for terror, we go looking for slight irritation. And rather than looking for the theater to evoke pity, we look merely for a generalized sense of identification, such as, Evita was a woman, I am a woman. Or, Sweeney Todd was a barber, I go to the hairdresser. Or, Fosca in Passion should have her moles removed, I know a good dermatologist. That sort of thing. But did the Greeks really experience terror and pity? And if so, what was it in all that matricide, patricide that so affected them? I know that seeing Greek drama nowadays, even with Diana Rigg in it, really rather baffles me. It is so very different from my own life. My life with Mr. Sorken is not something that Diana Rigg would wish to star in, even on PBS. My life, I'm sorry to say, is not all that interesting. Indeed, addressing you at this moment, I'm sorry to say, is the high point of my life to date. Could I have lived my life differently? generation were encouraged to marry and to play the piano, and I have done both those things. Is there a piano here? Ooh. I don't see one. I might have played a sonata for you, or a polonaise. But back to my theme, drama from the Greek word drama. When we leave the drama, we return to our homes feeling drained. And if it's been a good night in the theater, we leave feeling slightly irritated. And feeling identification with Evita, or Fosco, or that poor Mormon woman in Angels in America. And so, drained. We get into our nightgowns. We adjust our rheostats from light to darkness. We climb into bed next to Mr.Sorken. We fall into a deep REM sleep, dreaming God knows what mysterious messages from our feeling unconscious. And then in the morning, we open our eyes to the light of the new day, of the burgeoning possibilities. Light, from the Greek word lukos, meaning white, and Latin word lumen, meaning illumination. In German, der Licht. In French, la lumière. All art leads to light. Light. Plants need light to grow. Might people need art to grow? It's possible. Are people less important than plants? Some of them are certainly less interesting. But there is some connection between theater and light, and people and plants that I am striving to articulate. It's about photosynthesis, I think, which is the ingestion of light that plants go through in order to achieve growth. And you see, it's light again. Photo comes from the Greek word phos, meaning light, and which relates to phosphorescence, or the light given off. And synthesis comes from the Greek prefix syn, meaning together, and the Greek word typani, meaning to place, to put. Photosynthesis, to put it together with light. We go to the theater, desperate for help in photosynthesis. The text of the play is the light. The actors help put it together, and we are the plants in the audience. Plants, light, theater, art. I feel this sudden sense of interconnection with everything that's making me feel dizzy. And Dramamine, of course, is good for dizziness. Now to wrap up. Welcome, theater goers. I hope you enjoy your evening this evening. The first two plays are theater parodies, and the rest are not. The plays are by Christopher Duran, who is one of my favorite writers. He's also my nephew. If David Mamet were my nephew, I'm sure he'd be my favorite writer as well. Although in truth, I don't think Mr. Mamet would have an aunt like me. I think if he has any aunts, they are probably Chicago gangsters who use the F word. I'm sorry, was that rude? But anyway, please enjoy this evening. And if you are ever in Connecticut, I hope you'll drop in and say hello to me and Mr. Sorken. He prefers that you call first, but I love to be surprised, so just ring the bell and we'll have cocktails. And I hope you have enjoyed my humbly offered comments on the drama. I've definitely enjoyed speaking with you and have a sneaking suspicion that in the future it is going to be harder and harder to shut me up. But the games begin!